Terminator, Dark Fate. I'm not going to take spoilers into considerations here. If you have seen any other Terminator movie, you've seen this one. This movie is exactly what I expected it to be. The same plot rehashed, but with a different Terminator model. This movie is a hodgepodge of plot points from all the previous movies. Nothing new is added, except of course a contrived political message, which I've said on multiple occasions I can't stand. At least when it's the movie's main focus, not telling a good story. The opening of this movie is atrocious. It starts off with Sarah and John digitally de-aged to look like they did in 1991. This takes place after the original Judgment Day in 1997, which they successfully stopped by blowing up Cyberdyne in the second movie. A T-800 comes out of nowhere and kills John. Fans were not happy when they turned John into a Terminator in Genesis. It seems like they've learned nothing since then. I've watched Terminator 2 countless times. So much time and effort is devoted in keeping John safe, and in this one they kill him off within the first 2 minutes. It feels like all the previous endeavors of our protagonists were pointless. And that's a word I would use to describe this movie as a whole. Pointless. The rest of the plot is just like Terminator 1, 2, 3, and 5. A Terminator being sent back in time to kill the protagonist to shift the war in the machine's favor. The Resistance then sends one of their warriors back in time to protect the protagonist. And sometimes, like in 2, 3, and 5, the protagonist gets fed up with the chase and wants to fight back by blowing up something that will prevent Judgment Day from happening in the first place. It has the exact same story beats and plot points as the first movie, except this one is so badly paced I can't believe it, which leads me to my next point. This movie is all over the place when it comes to its pace. The first Terminator movie builds up a good structure by taking its time to set up who the main character is and what she has to lose. It catalyzes when this seemingly unstoppable man kills the first Sarah Connor, and bam, now the tension of the movie is established. Will Sarah survive the Terminator? I've already talked about the opening in Dark Fate, after which we are thrusted into a scene where we have no idea who anyone is. We are introduced to this girl and her family, and the movie wastes no time in moving on to the next scene, not giving the audience a chance to connect with any of the characters. So when they all get murked, we don't care. Anyway, after about 5 minutes she gets attacked by a Terminator and her token protector arrives just in time to save her, and off we go. So here is my recut of the original Terminator. Imagine if we skip the whole persecution thing and just let Sarah get attacked at the diner where she works.
Come with me if you want to live.
John Connor is now John Gonner, replaced by this kid. Danny has stolen the role as humanity's savior, and she is simply not believable in the role. John, in Terminator 2, was a bit of a douche, but he had some good qualities to him. He never waved a gun around, because he didn't have to. We knew the man he would grow up to be. He never had to show us those qualities at the time. It didn't feel forced, unlike this new kid. Then we get to the other forced masculine character, Grace, a human-machine hybrid. I haven't seen that one before. Apparently she got turned into some kind of a super soldier after she was badly wounded in battle. How come the Resistance has the resources to turn someone into a cyborg? Previously, the Resistance has been presented as a guerrilla force with next to no resources. This has helped us to sympathize and root for the Resistance for their bravery against a much more powerful foe, them being underdogs. That has now been completely thrown out the window. And yes, I know it's an alternate future, blah blah blah. But the point is, it removes a key element to the story. So how about the villain? This new Terminator, Rev 9, is as stock as you get. Eventually, I will have to make a video about this guy, because revenue, so I might as well get my gripes out here. Sure, he can mimic emotions much more accurate than previous Terminators, but he lacks dread. Robert Patrick's performance can never be matched. This guy gets his ass handed to him all the time. And sure, he gets back up, but it doesn't feel like a credible threat to the protagonists. The T-1000 could kick ass when he went toe-to-toe with Arnold. This guy, just like every new prototype, is supposed to be the most advanced Terminator yet. Yet his predecessor, the Rev 7, who is shown in a flash forward to the future, was capable of flight. So I guess Terminators can fly now. At least that's what I think I saw. I don't know, I was kinda dozy. Whatever. But then, if the Rev 7 can fly, the Rev 9 doesn't have the ability to fly. That could have been very handy in one of the 2 scenes in the movie where the main character escaped by aircraft. I don't know. Just dumb shit. They just wanted something visually cool and didn't think how it would impact the story. I can't recommend this movie to anyone. It doesn't have plot, it doesn't have characters, it doesn't have pace, it doesn't have a point. All it serves to do is drive a stake through an already hemorrhaging franchise. I think my friend Adam described it pretty well.
It's a Terminator copper pasta with a modern normie paint job. Filled with plot armor as well as plot holes.
Thank you all so much for watching this review. If you have anything you want to add, please feel free to do so in the comments below. And have a good day.